So I currently have the dashboard out of this 2004 BMW X3, and what I'm looking at right now is the heater box, or the IHKA box, and this is what is controlling and housing all of the climate control stuff for the car. So the reason that had to be pulled out of this car is because the zone flaps were sticking, and that's what this is right here. And over here is the defrost flap. It's hard to see. And so basically they have this rubber-ish material, and it degrades over time and it becomes essentially a glue, and it starts sticking to the inside of the box. This is in good shape here. The stuff that degrades is like a more of a white color. It's kind of like this color. But in any case, the only way to fix that is to, well, the best I could come up with is to take the entire heater box out, split it apart. It does come apart with a whole bunch of clips and some Torx bolts and stuff, and take the flaps out. And what I did is I just wrapped them in Gorilla duct tape. Pretty janky repair, but unfortunately I think the only alternatives are really to find a junkyard heater box, which is unlikely to be in much better shape. I don't know if they sell them brand new, but they have to be over $1,000 brand new, I would guess. And I do know they do not sell the flaps separately, so you cannot just buy the flaps. So I put this all back together. The flaps don't stick anymore. Everything works good. But what I was having here when I put it back together is these linkages and gears over here which control the flaps and the direction where the air is blowing. Were working, but they were kind of stuttery and kind of making like jerky movements and clicking. It was working, but it wasn't smooth. And so I figured, well, maybe that's how it is, but I figured I would just try, to use something like this. And so this is drying silicone lubricant, and it's safe for plastic, and it won't attract dust and stuff like that, and hopefully it will be very long lasting. But in any case, it completely cured. I sprayed it in all of the joints here. Sprayed it in all of the like little sliding and ball joints in here, and also in the gears. I don't think it really needed it, but figured I'd just spray it everywhere. And it works perfectly now. It's so smooth and just quiet. Because you don't have to take the entire heater box out to just lubricate these. You can probably just take the glove box apart and the glove box out, which takes, I don't know, 5 minutes, and get up in here and spray these linkages with that dry silicone grease lubricant. Now that's not going to cure if you have sticking flaps up here. That's not going to cure any of that. But if you do have like some, like, you'd be able to hear them, like some cracking, clicking, jittery noises from here. You might be able to cure it just by taking the glove box out and spraying some of that dry lube in there. So that's all for that. About to put this heater box in. It has a new evaporator in it. Did not replace the heater core. I'm sure I will regret that in a month. I'm sure it'll start leaking, but it looked great, so I didn't replace it. Still should have, but I didn't. But the evaporator was definitely leaking, so that was replaced. And also the blower motor resistor, which is behind here. Anyways, the blower motor wasn't working and it turned out to be the resistor. But it's going back in now.